So what is this vector in plain language?
So this vector in plain language is shadow AI, which is basically the auditing and control of what employees are doing with AI and LLMs, typically the 10 frontier LLMs that exist today.
And why do traditional defences miss shadow AI?
So traditional defences don't necessarily miss shadow AI, but they're not really designed to detect them in the first place. So they're not purpose-built to do that. I mean, this is an entirely new space. I mean, it's only been around since, 2022, 2023, really, but really only since 2024. So I think shadow AI is a growing problem at corporations as we start adopting it in a really large capacity to really increase our productivity. So it's becoming a really big problem. So it's not like they miss them, there are just no tools that are really doing it right now.
What does an attack look like coming down a shadow AI route in practice? Paint me a simple picture.
So in practice, the way shadow AI there's two aspects of shadow AI. There's the auditing and control of shadow AI. It's knowing what is going on within your four walls of your organization, wherever they may be. And then there's the attack vector component of it as well, right? So shadow AI and security of AI is a really big thing. A good example is some of these recent attacks with a lot of these GRT repositories where they were injecting hidden prompts within code bases so that when developers were downloading some of the repositories, it was actually doing data exfiltration and extracting data from these laptops behind the scenes effectively, which is a massive problem, right? And this is happening all the time, and they're doing things through really tricky, through comments, through white-on-white text, and lots of really interesting techniques that they're doing. So data exfiltration is a really big advantage to stop these types of attacks.
How is BlackFog's approach different from other vendors in tackling shadow AI threat?
So BlackFog's approach is different because we focus on the data movement itself. We focus on the way the data flows through the machine from the human, through to the keyboard, through the processes, and through the network. And so we're looking at the packet level movement of data and looking for all these intent signals all the way through. And so we're able to actually see what's going on, what prompts people are writing, what they're doing, and then we're able to actually audit and control and protect.
And give me a real example, anonymized if need be, about how BlackFog has tackled the issue of shadow AI in the wild.
So the way BlackFog's tackled the problem in the world is really, we can think of some specific examples with our current customers where they had no idea what was actually happening within their organization and were genuinely shocked by the level of, and the variance in terms of the number of LLMs that were being utilized within the organization. For example, there are a lot of organizations that may have Microsoft 360 licenses where they actually have use of Copilot, so you would expect all your employees would be using Copilot. No, that's not what happens. What happens is they use their iPhones, they use their laptops, and then they go and use whatever they feel like, and they upload all the company data into those tools, and once it's gone forever. And the big problem is a lot of these tools, they're using non-ordained LLMs, which means they're not licensed and they're trained against the data. Now, once you train against someone's corporate data, they're not giving it back, and it's now got knowledge of those secret sources, if you will, intellectual property of these organizations, and that's the problem. So we need to be able to at least know what's happening and control it to some level.